Right then, this is a quick walk around video, and this is for a very special car actually. This is a Honda Civic 2.2 EX diesel. So nothing particularly special in that respect, but this particular car has covered just 32,000 miles. The reason I'm doing it in the shade isn't to hide anything, it's quite the opposite. It's in the sunshine, it is incredibly glary, and this is the best way to do it, so please bear with me on it. It's also a bit windy, so hopefully you can hear me. Wonderfully looked after car, serviced I think 8 times in total, and just in glorious condition. Lights and lenses you can see there, clear and intact, no cracks or condensation. Bonnet hardly exhibits a mark anywhere. Near side, passenger side, absolutely mirror smooth the panels. Both alloys on this side, the ones that take all the bashing but hardly anything on there at all. Bumper corners really good. Parking sensors weren't standard on the car, and obviously the chap who's had it has had them fitted, so rear parking sensors all working by the way exactly as they should. And then offside, driver side, again wonderfully clean in the panel work. Fine alloy, absolutely spot on. So externally, it really is in quite beautiful condition. Coming into the boot area now, absolutely huge boot, and again it's been just kept absolutely beautifully. So coming into the back of the car now, loads of rear leg room in the car, and the leatherwork again is in absolutely amazing condition for a car that's 8 years old. Going to the passenger side on the front, again absolutely wonderfully clean, and passenger seat there literally looks as though it's hardly ever been sat in. So finally, driver's door card, again absolutely beautifully clean. As the footwell areas and the driver's seat itself, the one takes all the wear, there's hardly anything on there at all. So inside the car now, engine's running through this section so the dash can be seen illuminated as I always do. Just quickly got there for you. Hopefully you can see there 32,357 miles, and the dashboard pretty much looks factory fresh, looks incredibly clean. Sat nav working perfectly, and I've popped the car into reverse there. You get that lovely clear gridded parking camera. You can also put DVDs in these cars when they're stationary, so you can watch films if you're sat waiting for someone to do some shopping, or as in my case. Dual zone sat nav, dual zone climate control system, all working exactly as it should, but it is in extraordinarily good condition, and that is the view you get as a driver of, I think, one of the very best dashboards you'll ever see, no matter what price range of car. It looks absolutely stunning. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual, pack and lock and wheel nut key are both here and present with the car. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda Civic. It's a 2.2 EX diesel. This particular car is registered PK12ODM, and mileage at the start of the video is an amazing 32,357 miles. The reason we do these videos is very simple indeed. We basically just want anyone that's looking at our cars in adverts to actually see them in operation. The reason we think that's important is because we know to our cost just how frustrating it can be to go and see a car which can look perfectly good in the description, but only to get there and find out when you drive it, it's got a fundamental issue that shows up whilst driving the car. So that's why we do it. So coming to the car, I mean, clearly with such a low mileage you'd expect it to be good, and it doesn't disappoint in any way. It's absolutely magnificent. Engine of course starts straight away and settles to completely smooth, even idle. There are no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car. The engines are simply brilliant diesel engines. They are so smooth, and for a diesel, very free revving and clean revving as well. Some diesels can get quite harsh and tight at certain revs. These don't. It's just one of the nicest diesel engines you'll ever use. It's so tractable, even at low revs like that one. You pull away unflustered, it just picks up and goes, but very quietly and very smoothly. Absolutely superb. But also, obviously, their reputation is the capability of taking massive mileages in their stride. You know, a couple 300,000 miles with regular maintenance is commonplace on them. Engine then feeds through clutch into gearbox. Clutch perfect, bite point exactly where it's meant to be, and nice and smooth, and the pedal travels all exactly as you'd hope. The gearbox, again, Honda do these things so well. The things that you touch regularly, you know, like the gear change, the steering wheel, the pedals, all their actuations have to be just so for Honda, and this is just a brilliant gear change. It's slick, it's smooth, it's positive, it feels mechanical even though there's a cable to the gear change underneath in the gearbox. But it's a wonderful gear change, and the gear change quality hasn't changed at all. It's as it would have been when it was new. It feels so tight in every single gear, synchromesh in every gear, absolutely perfect. Steering of the car, which has always been one of the major strong points of the car with the chassis, because it's just such a dynamic car. Only small movements to get the steering moving on the car. But it's just so direct, so precise, so beautifully weighted in the way that it goes about its business. It really is just, you know, one of the best power steering systems you'll come across. It also feels, again, incredibly tight. It tracks absolutely dead straight, even on the bumpiest roads like this one here. And it offers no vibration at all at this speed, or certainly any speed up to the legal limit. Chassis of the vehicle, and the reason I go along sort of certain sections of road like this one is it's a very pitted road surface, so if there's any kind of noises coming from underneath the vehicle, it shouldn't be there. You normally get sort of chatterings, knocking noises on cars with a bit of age and wear, but there's absolutely nothing at all. It feels tight as a drum. Worth pointing out, the car will be going for an independent MOT actually later today, so all these things will be checked, say independent of us. The chassis, though, what I love about it is, in the past, the last generation, or the generation before this one rather, the 8th generation, this is the 9th, again was a very dynamic car, but could get caught out by the sharper ridges, and was fairly unforgiving. They did a brilliant job on this car because it is very smooth riding, very comfortable, but it's lost none of its dynamic edge. It's still a really fun car to drive. Just going to do the brakes on the car, make sure no one's directly behind me, and give them a good shove. I know they could have checked them already, but yeah, really positive brake pedal. Again, what I'm looking for is good initial bite, but also that the pedal should exhibit no kind of pulsing or vibrations, and there's nothing at all. Coming to the interior, I mean, I maintain this is one of the great interiors. Not only is it beautifully put together with not a squeak or a rattle from the interior, I mean, they are beautifully made cars, but also it's an interesting interior because so many cars are made just to sort of fulfill a function. This does all of that. It's incredibly functional, but what it also is just a thoroughly interesting place to sit and drive the car. Very few cars have this style of interior. Also, the switchgear quality is beautifully done, absolutely fantastically well made. The two-tier design directly in front is just genius because you've got this high-up display there for your MPH and your upper information panel there, which means you're not constantly looking down into the bowels of the car to get that information. It's such a clever design, it really is. It's also in amazing condition in here. It's just been kept absolutely beautifully, as you'd expect with, you know, such a low mileage on the car. Air conditioning, by the way, pumps out absolutely ice cold air. Temperature gauge now running at a third, which is exactly where it's meant to be on one of these cars as well. That's up to full operating temperature. Steering wheel feels great in hand, thick rim, leather bound, sorry, a clicky foot, but just feels great in hand. But it feels like new to hold as well. I mean, it's a very well equipped car, but every function working exactly as intended. As I said at the start of the video, the point of it, brief as it might be, just to show the car in operation and feedback on any issues. There's nothing at all. It drives absolutely perfectly.